Hi guys, doing? Welcome to the episodes of Champions that got synergy buffs. So, should they get a buff? Okay, so this video is about champions that got synergy buff. Should they get a buff? Is the question. So, Cable has a very powerful synergy with Apocalypse, arguably the most powerful synergy in the game. But let's just look at Cable. Is he any good by himself? He does have utilities. The biggest issue with Cable is he doesn't hit hard at all. So let's look at his utilities. Like I mentioned, he does have utilities. He has power gain, regeneration, future poison immunity. He can, when he's bleeding, he can inflict degen on the opponent. Um, Against non-robot opponents, he can inflict degeneration debuffs. So this will not work against robots, but his heavy attack does inflict generations. Special attack 1 gains an unblockable if you have a true strike buff. Special attack 2 applies incinerate. So this special attack 2 is really good against robots because you cannot apply degeneration on them. When it comes to special attack 2, he also gains a 90% chance to inflict a concussion debuff. Special attack 3 has a 100% chance to gain a true strike for 17 seconds, which allowing this champion to ignore armor resistant, auto block, and all evade effects. So, so he does get a true strike buff, so that means your special attack one will be unblockable. So, Cable has plenty of utilities. The biggest issue with Cable is he just doesn't hit it hard at all. So let's just look at his abilities one more time. So it would be nice for Cable to have to gain a fury buff. Let's say all attacks gain a 10% chance to gain a fury buff and increasing attack by base attack by 50%. That'd be really nice for Cable. And also a small buff that they could do, really a simple buff, is for his regeneration. It says this his regeneration ability stops working below 25% health. I'm not sure why they put that there, but they could really to help him better for just like a minor buff. They can get rid of that ability to stop working below 25% for his regeneration. If that will definitely help him, especially for his regeneration. Other than that, I'm okay with Cable. Um, would I be disappointed if Cable doesn't get a buff? Not really. I mean, I'd be okay with it, but it is kind of the only downside with Cable is he does have a very powerful synergy with Apocalypse, but the big downfall is that he relies on synergies. And I don't have a 5-star Apocalypse, so I can't bring really a Horseman Cable in Act 6 or Act 7. I'm still waiting to get my, 5-star or 6-star Apocalypse. So he does have a very powerful synergy with Apocalypse, arguably the most powerful synergy in the game. So Cable applies Incinerate debuffs, gain 100 plus 150% potency. Additionally, heavy attacks now inflict degeneration on each hit, and their stack limit is removed. So, the last part, heavy attacks now inflict degeneration on each hit, and their stack limit is removed. I feel like that's a simple buff they could have gave Cable. Um, I don't know why they had to make it a synergy to be with Apocalypse. Feel like they Kabam missed the ball on that one with Cable. I could understand when Cable came out in 2017. You know, there wasn't any OP champions in the game. That's why they had to limit his degeneration. You know, there was Blade in 2017, but he didn't came out till late 2017. Which Blade he really changed the game, the meta of the game. But before, obviously, Cable came before Blade, so he might have been like too OP at his time. That's why they limit his stack when it comes to his generation. But it's now 2021, and I feel like there's so many god tier champions, or you can even call it broken tier champions that are just straight up broken. You know, so that could have been like you know, something they could have done for Cable as a buff. It's heavy attacks now inflict degeneration on each hit, and their stack limit is removed. I feel like Kabam missed the ball on that one. So now I'm kind of having to rely on Apocalypse, you know, to get uh, a 5 star or 6 star Apocalypse. So for Cable to be sufficient, because I can't bring a 4 star to Act 6 or Act 7. So I feel like really Kabam missed the ball with Cable. They really couldn't done that for him. Like I mentioned, like on his own, he's not that good. He does have utility, but something they could improve his attack is if they gave him like a fury buff, like a 10% chance to gain a fury buff for all attacks, increasing base attack by 50%. And also they can get rid of this for his regeneration. This ability stops working below 25% health. That's a pretty minor buff they could do to Cable. So I think I wouldn't be upset if Cable doesn't get a buff, but I would definitely would love for Cable to get a buff, man. He is definitely a beast with Apocalypse synergy. So who knows if they'll give him a buff, but by himself, he's not that good. So those are my opinion about Cable. Thank you.